Sometimes when you find the pump like this leaking, you gotta take it out to get repaired. So the pump is leaking like crazy. You see the steam right now pouring out. So right now I'm gonna access the wires because we cut the power off so we don't get electrocuted. But the first thing we really gotta do is remove the wires because if we don't, then when we remove the pump, then it'll be dangling there, probably putting some stress onto the wires. So there's a whole bunch of wires. This is a three-phase motor, so we're gonna take mainly three wires that we're gonna be paying attention to that's going into the motor. So we're just gonna try to unloosen all the wire nuts because all the wires are there, just tied in with wire nuts. Let's bring it closer. So you see how those wire nuts are right there. So I'm basically just gonna try to take them off. After I take them off, I'll put them back onto the same wire that has the power and try to take it out the BX connector. The wire nuts makes it a little bit difficult, but I'm able to take them out with no problem. So boom, we got the wires out. So now I'm gonna cap the wires and then remove the camera so you can see a little bit better because now I gotta take that BX connector out. Now that I'm taking that BX connector out, I'm gonna have to spin it off and then now try to move the wires to the side so it won't get wet because I'm starting prepared to take out the motor itself. All right, so now the motor is being held on a flange with like 4 bolts, and it got this little copper tubing. It looks blue, but it's copper. Or it could be aluminum, but I think it's copper. So it's like a little tubing. Oh man, water came out splashing towards me. I didn't expect that. I didn't drain the tank, but I figured that maybe that it's not too much pressure, but it seemed like there's some decent amount of pressure. I'm in the back there trying to figure out which valve to close if I can stop this water flow, but it ain't gonna really stop because the tank is majorly full. So now let's get in there closer and just control it a little bit better. Oh man, I didn't expect that either. Look, it looks like it's and now it looks like it's peeing at me and stuff like that, but it's okay. I'm not scared of it. It's a little water. Water won't hurt me, and even though it's hot. So let's start taking these bolts off. Now that we're going for the bolts, this is the big reveal because now we got to make sure we take all these bolts off and not get hit with the hot water. Hopefully it doesn't push out and have like a little leak coming out. And these bolts are crazy hot. You can see the steam right now pouring out, so it's like extremely hot. So I'm just taking my time. It's getting a little closer because that back screw is going to be a little trouble that, it's causing right now. But I'm able to get it if I flip the adjustable the other way and the other way. And now I got that screw out. So now I'm preparing to get rid of the motor and lift it up. So now it's loose. I thought it wasn't that loose, but it's kind of loose. And it's like, all right, if I push it, see that water's coming out. I don't want to get burned. I don't want the water to start shooting at me like crazy and I'll get burned. So now I'm just trying to safely take out this pump. You see that the water level is pretty high, so it's going to be a while before that water comes out. But if I take the pump off, it might be a little faster. Then we can try to cap it off where it won't be leaking all over the place. I used the wrench to try to, corner it a little bit, to try to give it some more water coming out. It won't be leaking so slowly. But I'm like, man, I could do this. Let me just try to, okay, it's getting crazy, it's getting crazy, it's getting crazy. All right, so now the water's just leaking through. So now I see that the water is draining in the glass. I'm like, all right, let me just leave it like this until the water starts to go down. Right, boom, 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 boom. There you go, there goes the river. Oh man, that's a lot of water coming out. Put the pump right there with Gucci. Oh, the water stopped. So there you go. You see all the water. Now we got to cap it off with that wood piece. I'm going to use, the rainbow gasket. The rainbow gasket sits right on top so it could just, seal it pretty good. And then, drill the hose through it. Boom, boom. Right. And then we just put it there with the screws. The screws will hold it in. Boom. And that'll be it. Spin it around. Okay, I'm trying to match up the holes, make sure the holes match up. I measured it out, but nothing's ever perfect. Boom, we got that in there. All right, we try to get it in there. That little corner's messing me up, but boom, we got the screw. Boom, tighten that screw up. Tighten that screw on the side over there. Boom. Level it out. Boom, tighten that up right there. Boom. And that fourth corner, that's the one that gave me the trouble the most. I had to line up that one pretty good. And boom, we got that one and tighten that up right there. That's pretty much it. Now we gotta take this pump to the supply house to get fixed and rebuilt.